Hi, my name is Kayla. My alias is Draco, and we're here. We're here in the Livingston Library, and we are checking out a game called TerraZone. And currently, at this very moment in time, the Warm Hearts kids,
the Warm Heart boys are here.
Yes, they're currently playing a game of TerraZone with the creator, C.Miller, and
he created this amazing game with all like the designs, everything.
Yeah,
it's really impressive.
I've been supporting the project ever since we were actually the same ages, like Matthew and Sebi. So
and they met in middle school.
Yeah, middle school. So it's been quite a while. About early 2000s is when he created TerraZone. It was back when it was called Creatures.
What do you think this could bring to other kids?
I think what it brings to other kids is like a sense of wonder and creativity. I know myself really being into card games, like the card games created like a sense of inspiration and kind of wonderment, because you're always like wondering like how many creatures are there, how many cards are there, what's the art look like, and sometimes the art can be inspirational to get new ideas. And then as a game, it creates like a sense of interaction with meeting new friends. So that's the kind of benefit with tabletop games, is you're always meeting new people.
And we met you at a Pokemon event.
Actually, yes, we met because of card games, so there you go.
Because my boys love the card games, so this is so nice to be able to hear. It's like it's an honor, and the kids are the first.
Yeah, they're the first
to try out this game.
Real kids to try out the game, so it's very exciting to see like their opinions of it and what they think of the game.
And can you tell us about you as an artist, and like when you started and what kind of art you specialize in, and where people can find you on your sites? And
so
or what do you
I started drawing the moment I could hold a pencil in my hands. I was a toddler, and I would just draw every day, all the time. Whatever I was into, I would draw it. If it was Barney, I would draw Barney. If I liked The Little Mermaid, I would draw Little Mermaid. Animals were always a big thing for me, so animals they transcend into like my newer art as well. And generally, I'm very inspired by dreams, so I like to draw things like if I had a dream that night, I would draw something related to that dream. I currently have a series where I'll talk about the psychology of dreams, and then I do speed paints or some kind of creative video that has to do with whatever that dream topic is. And I have more ideas for the future too. I would love to create like a comic about it. I would love to create more maybe like tutorials and other types of artwork inspired by those ideas.
So creative. Such a great artist. You're so talented. And do you focus on like anime, cartoon, like stuff?
A little bit of everything, I would say. Like when it comes to people, I tend to favor the anime style, but I also like to experiment with realism, and that goes the same with animals too. I feel like with my animals, like I kind of plucked different ideas from different shows, different movies, different looks that I've liked, different artists that I admire. There's some watercolor artists that I really like, one of which being Stephanie Law. That's an artist that I really admire. She does a lot of watercolor, a lot of fantasy, also inspired by dreams. She has a series called Shadowscapes, very, very cool stuff. And I kind of like put a little bit of that into my artwork, and I give them like an ethereal kind of look.
Because I love like the shading you do, the charcoal, like it's just so great.
Thank you.
This is Harry Potter, but really he's a card master, and he's so talented. He just made all of this. It's pretty incredible. It took years to build, and he's ready to get it out there.
Yep. Just a bit more of some improvements here and there, and I'm ready to show it all throughout.
My boys came here. They're the first to see if they like it, and to experiment on them and see how they respond to this. And how is it going? Good so far?
It's going good. They know a number of the rules already since they read the comic that I put up on Webtoons about at least like a year ago now, almost. And they're getting it pretty quickly. Unfortunately, they have the harder to learn of the two. So we might try a game afterwards where they get to try out Wind instead because it's a little more easy to understand. But no, they're doing pretty well for the first time, actually. They're reading the cards and making sure they're doing all the effects correctly. The game is called TerraZone Clash of Creatures. It's a battle of the elements, essentially. Players pick a terrain card to represent themselves and say the land that they control. So in this case, he's a master of the seas, so he has control of all the water creatures. Meanwhile, I'm in control of the skies, where I control all of the flying creatures and ones that have wind abilities. And we play it out to find out who's best. And we use our magic points in order to get ahead in the game by using various effects. That's just a basic of how the game is played.
And you designed it all and did it all yourself?
Yes,
Pretty
with
much?
some help from friends. More recently, I've had a lot of help with friends, or from friends rather. And for instance, one person I worked with last year came up with the card layouts while I drew up the images.
It's really well done. I wish you so much luck on this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Our energy, when your energy points hit 0,
Oh, that's cool.
when the fighting creature attacks, is basically when the game is over. The magic points are basically a resource, so you pay those in order to use certain effects. So you can use it for your skill creatures, your terrains, and your fist creatures. And once the energy points are set and our decks are shuffled, we decide who goes first. Normally I do a die roll to decide, and whoever gets the highest roll chooses whether they want to start. However, if it's easier for you, I could start just to show how I play stuff. Okay, so we both start by drawing 5 cards from the top of our deck. You are allowed at this time to put back any cards you don't want in your starting hand and redraw until you have 5. After the creatures like this. And then at the beginning of your next turn, they untap, which means they're ready for battle again. So for her to do the discard one, draw one, she has to give up her ability to attack.
Turn into a teenager and then you just slowly become an older teenager.
They also look like they look older. This is
It's 4 creatures defeated, you take 1 damage. So right on time.
Hey, Warm Heart fans. We're just going over like a demo and practicing, experimenting on boys this age because we are here with Rob and he's like a true entrepreneur. He's incredibly talented and wants to like spread the word because this game, I mean, this is like a true entrepreneur that took all his art background and his talent in design and everything else and put it to work. Like he put everything into it. He's not like the starving artist that just sits behind and doesn't do anything to apply himself. He's very productive. Like he took years. He had a dream. He had goals. And here he is, like he designed this whole game and wants to share it with other kids and people because this could be like the new Pokemon, TerraZone. Check it out. It's gonna come out. It's not out yet. It's just in the stores yet because this is like baby steps first. You have to try it out. We have to experiment and see. But it's pretty exciting, and we should try to zoom in on the cards. They look pretty cool. I mean, like look at these designs. This is beautiful. This is a nice deck of cards. It's a good presentation, and this is like a scoreboard.
Yep.
This is like the scoreboard. Get a load of this. They have like a scoreboard, and it's a very interactive game. It's personal. like, kids, get off the electronics and come and do something like this. It's personalized. It's amazing. And this is like, I like the story behind it. Here is a creator that really is very driven, hardworking, and he put his heart and soul and passion into building something great. And I think that's what it's all about. And he's got to be in his 20s. He's young, right? Like, he's in his 20s.
I'm actually 30.
Oh, you're 30. Okay, well, it's a compliment. Okay.
No, I'll take it.
And he's like Harry Potter. Look at him. He's adorable. And so this is a good thing. Like, we're excited and we're here to promote and expose and learn.
The female one especially.
She's only got 4 defense, so technically you already have it powered.
All attack. Well, attack with flying. And also.
What did you think of the game? You're done.
Yeah, it was really fun. We just played a game and it was really close, but he won. But I was really close, but yeah. And it was really fun, and you got to, there was a lot of new things I learned this time than the first time. And yeah, I liked the game too.
You look exhausted.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
But if you had to rate this game, how many stars would you give it?
10.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it's really fun.
It was a great game, right? What did you like most about it?
I liked, well, first of all, the art is really good, but I liked that, that was strategical and you had to use, when you made moves, you had to think really hard about what you should do.
Like your next move, you gotta think, you gotta process, you gotta strategically think about it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I just have to say thank you very much for taking the time to play the game. We really appreciate it. And it seemed like you really got into it. I think this guy over here definitely appreciates it.
Oh, very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's really
I should be thanking you for taking the time out of your day to try it out.
Yeah, right.